Greetings all and welcome to Math in Anger. Yes, Math in Anger because we all feel like this when somebody tries to talk to us about mathematics, when in fact we all should be feeling like this guy. Yeah, we all should be feeling like this, all of us. Um, but before we start a rant about mathematics, first we need to understand what does this word actually mean? What does the word mathematics actually mean? And the sad fact is, the moment you go and ask someone, what is mathematics, they start writing these pictures and symbols on a piece of paper or on a board. And it's like you end up feeling like you're looking at something from some dark dictionary. And yeah, the reality is, this is not mathematics. It isn't. What it is mathematical notation. That mathematical notation, allow me to explain. Music is a thing you hear, it's a thing you experience. It is truly phenomenal. But we also have this stuff. And if you're watching this channel, I'm pretty sure you know what that is. This is what we call sheet music. It is the written form of music. It is a written set of instructions for a person who is wanting to play a musical instrument in order to make the music associated with this written form of it. Yes, one can call this musical notation. So that word notation, what does it mean? It means the way in which we write something. So, when you have a mathematical notation, it is the way in which we write mathematics. Let that sink in. So if this is just the written form of mathematics, then what is mathematics? Allow me to explain. Let's say you've got someone that wants to compose a piece of music. Now, we're talking about somebody like Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, uh, Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Guns N' Roses, Britney Spears, Metallica, that kind of individual. What is the first thing they do before they actually write a piece of music? What is the very first thing they do? As in, like, before they even pick up an instrument, what do? They go think about it. And it is not outside the scope of reality to make the statement that they actually hear the music within their mind. And once they are done with that, then and only then do they write it down. And that is how they tell a musician, hey, This is how you make the music that I have thought of. In other words, the creative process happens here. So, if that's the written form of music and that's the written form of mathematics, what is mathematics then? This stuff. That is math. Not this stuff, that stuff. Let's take it a little bit further. Let's actually look at what the word mathematics means. If you go and jump to a dictionary and you go look up the word mathematics, you're going to get a definition, something to the order of it is the part of science concerned with numerics, measurements, and calculations. And yeah, it's not wrong, but it's not a functional definition. It doesn't actually tell you what mathematics is. So we kind of have to go back in time and ask the people who originally used this word, what does it mean? And if you do manage to get a time machine and go back in time and speak to those people, the answer they're going to give you is one of those two things. It's going to be either the art, excuse me, the art of certainty, or the art of learning. Now, in my native language, Afrikaans, we have another word for mathematics. That word is wiskunde. And the direct translation of what that word actually means is the art of what we know. Yeah. Look at that. The art of what we know, the art of certainty, the art of learning. Now I'm going to ask you a question. If all a music teacher ever did for you, if all they ever did was to hand you that piece of paper, and nobody ever went and picked up an instrument to play the music associated with that piece of paper, would you know what music is? Would you ever be able to experience it? Of course not. And that is exactly what is being done to every single person that ever tries to go and study mathematics. The whole process is backwards. So, yes, mathematics is something that you are supposed to enjoy. It is something that you are supposed to be creative with. It is supposed to be fun. Unfortunately, yeah, the way we are being taught, it isn't. And I can't promise you that I am going to bring the fun into mathematics. I can't. All I can really do is to promise you that I am going to pick up an instrument and I am going to play the music of mathematics. And then I am going to bring that to the table so that you can take the pictures and associate them with what it is that you are thinking. This thing where only a select few are allowed to hear and experience the beauty of mathematics, with this channel, that ends. That ends. I am calling it, I am saying enough, because this thing that gets done to us, that is why our kids get to grade 7 and all of them start failing math. So yeah, This was Math in Anger, episode 1. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.